Management is very key in potatoes. Management is very key. Understand your soil, understand what the soil wants. And from there now you can start by giving the soil what it wants for that to support that crop for the next 90 days. It's not about bigger acreage, it's about production per unit. My name is Mugo Raphael and you are watching Emerging Business. My name is Mugo Raphael. I work for Baraka Agricultural College in Molo along Mau Summit Road. I work as a farm manager in this institution, so I make sure that every farm activity is done in the right way. Majorly, potato production or potato seed production is a very lucrative business in Kenya because of the demand. We are not able to meet the demand of the potatoes that are needed by the consumers outside there. So I can rate the profitability from 80 to 90% and just a small scale farmer. What we have learned, because I've been in this industry, this is my 5th year doing potato seed production, we'll find a farmer does not understand the kind of soil or the soil fertility he has. So majorly the farmer will just walk in to a merchant or a potato seed merchant and purchase few numbers of bags for him to go and plant. But he does not understand the soil. Soil is very critical. We say in sustainable agriculture, soil is a pillar. It's a principle that you need to observe because we'll find most of the soil are very either acidic, the potato will not do well. So soil analysis, farmers should analyze the soil and able to understand what the kind of the soil needs in terms of fertilizer, in terms of manuring. From there now you start having good management of the potatoes. Number 2, we find the farmer does not observe the routine management, like in terms of spraying. Majorly, the potatoes will be affected by bacterial diseases and fungus diseases. Like we have the blight, the early and late blight. You find the farmers does not know when to apply when, which type of the drug to apply. Maybe it's mangozeb or zetanil. He does not understand which one to apply first, because they are in stages. Basically, we advise the farmers that before you make a decision that I want to plant in this paddock or this portion of the land, you first of all take the soil samples and submit that to either KEFIS or CARO, Roreso Nairobi, for you to get what is the soil, what is included in the soil. Does it have diseases? Does it have nematode? Does it have fusarium wilt? Does it have bacterial wilt? Or does it have other element that cannot support the potato, the Irish potato? So first stage is for you as a farmer to know the procedure on how to collect the soil samples. And we as Baraka, we have our extensionist who goes around Molo region to educate these farmers on how to collect samples, on which kind of the samples are best preferred for you to get further analysis on the best results for you to correct your soil. Majorly ecological zone 3 will do well where there is much of rain, because Irish potato is a heavy feeder. So each and every time it will require water. Or you can do it elsewhere where there is ecological 4 and 4, but now there is much of input because you need to irrigate. You need to add more manure. You need to routinely take those management aspects on a daily basis. Majorly, those are the diseases, and the diseases like the bacterial wilt, which until for now we have no cure, we have no drug that is curing the bacterial wilt. What we have, you need to observe the management. Number two, the late and early and late blights. Those one you can able to prevent using some of the fungicides that are there in the market. Yeah, they are mostly recommended because majorly if you are observed on soil, the major diseases now you can able now to tackle within the lifespan of the Irish potato in the farm is the late and early blight, and that you can able to purchase any fungicides depending on the level, on the stage of that crop. For here, we have organic farm and convection farm. And majorly the organic farm, we farm the God's way. We don't have any catalyst we add to improve that plant. That plant depend on either manure that's coming out from the dairy goats or the dairy cows or any other compost manure. But on the other hand, the conventional, there is catalyst added, there is foliars added, there is fungicide, there is drugs, there is other hormones that you can add to increase your potatoes figure, appealing, taste, depending on what you want. The market nowadays is offering all those kind of services in conventional farming. But you find now people are doing organic, or people are going organic because of the major rise of the diseases like cancer. We are attributing the fungicide or the convection farming inputs to some of the diseases like cancer. So you find most of the farmers, because we have that aspect of organic farming in Baraka, they are most preferred coming here to learn about organic farming, how they can able to grow this crop and other crops organically. Yeah, I think the organic will be much affordable to a small scale farmer because you see there is no variable cost that will be incurred there. It's just transportation, manure, and going to the farm. There is inputs recommended by the KEBS that they can be used as organic, because we have the way we can make fungicides to control the blight in organically. You can use ash and other liquid plant or liquid plant from other herbs. You can mix them with ash and able to control that. Then there is urine or from the rabbit. You can spray that and make sure that your potatoes are not affected by either pests like aphids. So we will find there is more of production in organic farming rather than conventional, because the more you do the conventional way, the more you are compromising on biodiversity, or you're compromising on soil, you're compromising on the climate. So you'll find you losing at the long run, but somebody who is doing organic is improving the soil, because the soil is the mother of everything. So you'll find that farmer in the future might be doing more better than the guy who started running so fast in conventional farming. Yeah. But yeah, in Baraka Agricultural College, we have one variety. We realize basically in the region, farmers are preferring potato, Shangi potato variety, and this is what we are doing currently. In seed selection, majorly we have several classes of seeds. Like in my background, you can see we have just completed harvesting, and there is some seed that we have graded, and they are here with me. Like for this is size 2. We have, I'll start by size 1, that is more smaller than this. We have size 2, this is the size 2, and we have where. Those are the classes of the seed we have. but mostly the farmers will prefer to go for the charts. We have the charts, those are the small ones, and they are below 25 millimeters. So let me start by explaining the sizes we have for the seeds. We have the charts, and charts are below 25 millimeters. We have size 1. Size 1 is between 25 to 45 millimeters. Size 2 is between 45 millimeters to 56 millimeters. So above 56 millimeters, that is wear. We call it wear because it's neither preferred mostly by customer as a seed, but it's mostly preferred as one to be consumed by the consumer. That is making chips and crisps because of the bigger size. You see, the farmer will want that small size that can go along, or can go a long way. Let's say one bag can go even 5-6 lines. But when you use that wear, which is above 56 millimeters, you'll find it going even half a line because it's big. But now there is something I want you to understand there. When you use that size above 56, has more eyes. If you can be able to let me show you that size of the wear. Like this one, this is wear. This is a wear potato. When you come to count the numbers of eyes here, you'll find it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Has 14 viable eyes that can shoot. Those are the plant that potato will shoot, 14. So in any incident, if you have a cutworm in that farm, it will cut one shoot. You will remain with 13. But when you go for a chart, which is below 25 millimeters, has maybe 4-5 eyes. So you find a cutworm maybe cutting 3, and you find your plant has 2 shoots only. And in potatoes, the more the vigor, the more the stem vigor, the more the production. Because a potato, one stem will maybe produce between 12 to 14 tubers in one plant. So when you have a small weak potato stem, now you attribute to losses. Majorly, you will find when the Irish potato or the plant are shooting or they are emerging, will have the cutworm, because the cutworm now will start rising and cutting the shoot. We'll have the aphids, and aphids now post in the different colors. An aphid is a pest that is very cunning. It will post on different color. If the potatoes are green or dark green, it will tend to be dark green. It's like camouflaging with the host. So when it goes to maize, if the maize is a bit yellowish, it will camouflage to that color. So those are the critical pests we have. And we have the rodents and the rats. Basically, they are coming up. Like the crop I'm harvesting now, they are much affected by the rats and the rodents. So the farmers should all now be conversant about those changes and the pests that they are coming up on the potatoes. Yeah, the best way is just to, first of all, know about them, that they are there, and majorly work with the extension person or the experts that are there. You can always do a picture. Nowadays, even the Google has improved in terms of how you can able to manage your farm. You can just take a picture, post in somebody, and he will give you some recommendation. And then you can able to mitigate some of the pests and the damage done in the farm. Yeah. Majorly we teach the farmers about 2 ways that you can practice and have a lucrative or a huge production. That is use of furrows and surface planting. I will explain furrows. After plowing your land, you'll make furrows. You'll have a tractor, use a ridger and make furrows. And those furrows you'll make with an interval of 75 centimeters. The second one is surface planting. Make sure that you have prepared your land well. that there is no hard pan. You don't prepare your land when there is onset on rain. You prepare before, so as you make sure that your soil, your bed is fine and smooth. So as you can even put chisel and break the hard pan. And now you can plant on service and then mold. Come with a plant, either a tractor, and then you mold, or you can use cashews, and then you put your seeds online and on an interval of 75, and then you can mold them. So when the tuberous roots will be coming out, they'll find a soft surface, not a hard pan, because the tubers will tend to go a bit down. The roots will tend to be down the roots, but the tubers now will go horizontally. So we find that molding is very important for the Irish. Yeah, because that will enhance or make sure that there is enough food for the plant. Yeah, majorly in Irish you cannot do continuous crop in that one or the same land you have planted. You need to observe crop rotation because as I told you earlier, Irish potato is a heavy feeder. So when you plant regularly in that farm, you find your soil has degraded in terms of nutrients, in terms of nutrients that are attributing to huge production. So it's good for you to at least crop rotate with a legume, because a legume is a nitrogen fixer. So and the potatoes will require a lot of nitrogen when they are young and when they are emerging. So it's good always to have a plan, a crop rotation plan, and make sure that the next crop that is coming there is a legume. So as when you bring it back, you will find your soil rich in nitrogen. Let me say that Baraka is an outgrower of ADC, the Agricultural Development Corporation, sorry, and we are outgrower of that ADC. And we buy from them either pre-basic or basic seeds, and then we come and multiply further and sell to them. This time, June, August, we have a slot or a lot that is going out, then that is C1, and we are asking farmers to start booking immediately. One bag is going at 4,000, then that is 50 kgs bag is going at 4,000. We are asking the farmers, please, you can walk in and see our seeds and you can start booking. Our next lot will be December, January there. Also, we are asking farmers to start coming for those seeds. That one will depend on the ecological zone you are, but majorly this is ecological zone 3. It's between March to July, and then September, December. Those are the plan. You can either plant your crop at that specific time. So from March to July, because March is planting, because we mostly teach the farmers to start the planting on a dry season, dry planting. And then you harvesting time obviously is July, and then you can plant the next lot from either August to December or September to December, before the onset of rain. A month is a bit fair. A month is a bit fair, yeah, because we don't want to. You need your crop to have that a good time for when the rain comes. The crop will start emerging, and then it's good for you for the timing. You see, you don't want also to flock in the market, to have a glut in the market that you're harvesting your crop on July or August, but you are finding every farmer is harvesting at that time. So you as a farmer, you need to do timing. Either you start early or be late a bit, because it's a business. At the end of the day, you need money, you need an income, you need to live a good living because it's a business. Let's say you are using machines and you have a tractor and you want to plow when the rain has started. So you plow and do harrow, so you create hard pan. So there is no, the water that is maybe you are using, is rain fed. There is no aeration, there is hard pan, the crop will not do well. We will find the tubers are much deformed because when it was expanding, it found a hard pan and then it is a bit deformed. It has no good shape. You'll find that the number of tubers are reducing in size because the nutrients that are there is not available for the crop because there is a lot of hard pan. So it's good always to prepare your land earlier when it's dry. Have a good machine that is plowing well, have a chisel that can able to even break the hard pan, so as you can have a good production. Yeah, mostly humidity, because when there is a lot of humidity, you'll find that fungus that cause early and late blight, it dwells in wet season. So you'll find it affecting the beneath of your potato leaf. You find it beneath, and most of the farmers will spray on top. So you'll find that fungus now doing well because it's very humid, it's very chilly, so it's very waterlogged. So you'll find that crop is not doing well because of those kind of environment factors. When it's humid or when it's very chilly, the crop will be affected by fungus, which now come out as late and early blight for the potatoes. And you'll find it maybe has the leaves has wilted or they are drying up. Yeah, deficiency of nutrients is also very key. You will find either the crop has a purplish color, and maybe the crop is yellowish in color. You will find that is a deficiency of the nitrogen or potassium. And those nutrients are majorly attributed by you. Maybe you didn't use a good quality fertilizer, because the potato will require more of nitrogen and K, because of nitrogen when it's want to have a good vegetative, and K when it's on flowering stage, and K is potassium. So those two elements is very key when you're doing potato. You need nitrogen, and that's why I said in your crop rotation plan, you need now to crop rotate with a legume, which a legume is a nitrogen fixer. So you need your soil to be rich in nitrogen. When it has a deficit, you can buy from a fertilizer that has a high N and you can spray. And then K, when you come to top dressing or when it's on a flowering stage, you need a lot of K, because you need now to enhance the fruiting and the tubers. For the seed multipliers, we recommend that you use 75 centimeters interrow, and seed to seed should be 20 centimeters seed to seed. But for those who are doing ware production, we'll recommend 75 centimeter interrow again. But now seed to seed, you can do either 25 to 30 centimeters. Because why do you reduce in seed? You need small sizes. You need those tubers to be small sized. The size I said, size 1 and size 2. But for somebody who's doing ware production, he need a lot of big tubers, because this guy is going for consumers. They need to go and do chips and crisps production. So you need bigger, huge tubers. Yeah, but for the seeds, you need from size 2 to size 1. Period for maturity of Irish potato is between 85 to 90 days. 85 to 90 days. 90 days, you must be harvesting that crop, because it does not go beyond 90. Beyond 90, maybe there is an attribute of some lack of management, or there was water stress or other factors that can attribute to that. But at the age of 90 days, the farmer should be in the market looking for market, and that is the time for harvesting. Yeah, harvesting, we have not seen farmers going for mechanization or the machine or potato harvester, but we do with the cashews the normal way, because now that machine for harvesting, it has a lot of logistic. You have to prepare your land well. Your land, you should have at least a bigger land, not a small piece of land like 1 acre. So, but through innovation, we are also teaching the farmers to try to innovate. And there is no big deal. It's just something that can able to dig, sieve the sand to go down and have the tubers on top. And then the cashews can come and collect the tubers. So maybe you can do such innovation in the future. Potato seed or potato production, you need to have a good store. Like the one we are in here, this is a grading store. And a grading store, also there is some a characteristic you need to have attained for you to have a good storage store. Like for the grading, there should be aeration. It should be well aerated. It should not be a very much dark room, because this is a sorting room. But now when you go to store, you need a cold room. Either a cold room or a diffused room. What do I mean by diffused room? These are well ventilated room with a net or a shade net that is fixed inside, that can allow either your seed, if you are a seed multiplier, to shoot, and it's called also a cheating room. It will allow your seed to shoot or to start cheating. We call it cheating, that process. Ile ya hiyo viazi inaanza kutoa the shoots. We call it cheating. But now if you are now preserving that potato, that there is poor market at this time. The market is suffering so low prices. You need to store it for you to sell in the next 2 months. You need a cold store. And a cold store, you will store there your potatoes, and you will find it in a good shape and in a good appealing shape. So you need a cold store, and a cold store is we preserve between 0 to 4 degrees. That will work for potatoes. Those are the traditional one. That's our mother. We found our shoshu, our grandmother, doing. The one that you now put your seed on the floor, maybe on the timber, and you put some wood shavings or a dry mulch crops, and then you cover it with on a dark area, and cover it with either a mulch maybe from the grasses, and then in near future they'll start shooting, but your potato will be fresh for consumption. That is a traditional one. The maximum period of time is depend on your management, on your storage management. Either you are doing cold store, you can do 5 to 6 months. On other methods, now it depends on how well you manage. Yeah, but potatoes are perishable crop. So more than 6 months, you must be on a thin line. Yeah, you must have done it very well, and that's for the cold store. But for the others, 2 to 3 months, that is the maximum. You see, in variety, you are advised to plant same variety. You cannot mix the variety of planting. You advise, if you are doing Shangi, do Shangi. If you are doing Karibu Kenya, do Karibu Kenya. If you are doing Dutch Robin, there is no mixing. Yeah, because of various management aspects. I will advise such a farmer who is want to do in commercial Irish potato commercial production to start by analyzing the soil. Understand your soil, understand what the soil wants. And from there now you can start by giving the soil what it wants for that to support that crop for the next 90 days. That will be very key, and that will be a very good step for him or her to start that enterprise. Management is very key in potatoes. Management is very key. And we are also urging farmers across the country, if you feel that you want to start that enterprises and you feel yourself you are not, you don't have knowledge, you don't have the skills, Baraka, we are offering a short course on potato production. He can come here, you can book, and you can arrange with the management. You can arrange with the management to facilitate you for several weeks, and you'll come out equipped and well knowledge about potato production. So we urge farmers who might come and see this clip to start booking on how to do potato production outside, and we will facilitate that very well. It's not about bigger acreage, it's about production per unit. Yeah, basically the market is controlled by the demand and supply. So as the institute or as Baraka, we don't have so much support, but we can link you to other people who are buying. We have several institutions like children homes that will require to buy your potatoes to feed the children. So we can give you a link, or we can give you contacts. So you used to have an agreement, an MOU on how to do either contract farming, or you can have such engagement. Yeah, my name is Mugo Raphael. I work for Baraka Agriculture College in Molo. Please subscribe to this channel and you can learn more in the future.